Hi, welcome to our First Impressions Molds clay magnet tutorial. My name is Kelly. Today we'll be demonstrating how to use our molds to make magnets out of clay, which could be a fun weekend project to do with your kids. These are great for displaying children's artwork, posting a to-do list, or hanging a favorite picture on your refrigerator. Today we'll be using polymer clay, pigment-based or acrylic-based paints and markers. You'll need some paintbrushes, clothespins and magnets, and a glue designed for use with clay. It'll say on the packaging what materials are best used for. Optional to use a food processor. We have one here just to condition our clay, helps make it a little bit more pliable, workable. Again, that is optional. You'll need a rolling pin, a veining tool, and what we are most excited about is that we have thousands of molds to choose from on our website for every theme that you may need. The links to all these products will be listed in the description below, as well as instructions for you to follow along. So let's get started. Okay, so you will want to choose your clay. You can choose a clay that is already colored, or you can mix colors yourself. As you can see, the clay is really pretty hard mold on your own. So our tip for you is try a food processor. You're just gonna take your clay, crumble it up into your food processor, and this way it's gonna make it a little bit more workable and more pliable. We're just gonna condition a little bit. So we recommend using a separate food processor for the clay than you do for your food. The clay is non-toxic, but just separate that for your art projects. Same as your molds, the clay is non-toxic, so you can use them interchangeably. If you're using your molds for food items, simply wash them out and they'll be ready to use for your clay. We're just going to chop a little bit. It's going to break it up into small pieces, and then once you put it back together again, it'll be much easier to work with. Okay, so that should be good. Then you simply take your blade out. Be careful to not touch the blade. And then you'll see it's all in tiny little pieces here, and it just comes right back together. And now this is much easier to work with. As you can see, it's much softer. You can form it into a ball, and then it's going to be much easier to work in your molds. So we'll just clean this up, get our clay ready, and we'll begin to choose our molds. Okay, so we've cleaned up our area. We've been working our clay. We have some of our colors here ready to go. We've filled some of our molds already. We have a crown, a dinosaur, a butterfly, and the sandal is what we'll be working on today. So we just wanted to show you here the detail of the molds. You can see all of the design. It's going to turn out so beautifully after you bake them. You do leave them in to bake. We just popped it out to show you real quick. So here's our sandal. This one is a multi-cavity mold. It has a couple of things in it. It has two parts: the strap of the flip-flop and then the bottom of the shoe. So you'll just take your color and work it into the deep part of the cavity here. Kind of roll it into a little snake and push down into the mold. You want to make sure you push it way down deep into the little crevices. And then once it's all pushed down in there, you can push it with your finger again, flatten it, and then the next color is going to come on top, and it's just going to bake right together. So choose another color, work your clay a little bit more, and then you'll just fill up all areas, pat it down, make it smooth. Okay, so we have pushed all of our clay into our mold. This was the sandal. It's ready to go. We've put our butterfly back in the mold, so it's ready to go into the oven. These are all ready. We now place it on a cookie tray. Place the molds here. You leave everything in the mold to bake. And then you'll want to check with your directions on the packaging of your clay. Ours we're going to put in the oven for about 15 minutes at 275 to thoroughly bake them through. So these are ready to go. They're all placed on your cookie tray. We're going to put them in our oven 275 for about 15 minutes. Again, check your packaging to make sure, and we're ready to wait for those to bake. Okay, so we've taken our molds out of the oven and we've let them cool on the stove here for a little while. They cool relatively quickly. We are going to pop them out. They turned out really cute. Just stretch the mold a little bit, loosen it around, and they should be set up and hard. And when you pop them out, you can see the detail of the mold. There's the dinosaur, They come out really easily. They just pop right out. The crown could be great for a party as a favor. You could put the child's name on it. The flip-flops would be cute for hanging maybe some vacation photos on your refrigerator. So then now we're ready to show you how to turn them into magnets. You've chosen just the plain white. This is perfect to decorate. You can give to the kids. They would love to color these with the paints and markers. There's the fine detail here that they can just decorate. You can show the bumps on the dinosaur. Just make sure you use a pigment-based or an acrylic-based paint. It'll work great on the clay. You can also use paint brushes, and give some extra embellishment to your magnets. You'll just need a magnet and your clothespin and your glue that is suitable for clay. So then you'll just put a little bit of the glue and attach your magnet right on. Let it set and dry. It'll be perfect to hang in your refrigerator. And then if you wanted to hang a picture, you can always put the glue right on your clothespin, attach that on, and then the magnet is going to go right on top of it. Set that there to dry. You could even personalize them with their name. After you've written your name on them, you can also turn it into a magnet clip, and it makes a great little favor. So just let those magnets dry for a little bit till they're secure, and they'll be perfect to hang. Okay, so we finished decorating. As you can see here on the dinosaur, he was white, so we used some of the marker to give him a little bit more color. Just remember to use your acrylic-based or pigment-based paints and markers. No oil-based paints, no Sharpies, no solvents. The acrylic and pigment-based work the best for those. So then we've attached the magnets and the clips on the back. And you can see they attach to any metal surface. Be cute to hang on the refrigerator, decorate any area. So we hope you've enjoyed our clay magnet tutorial. Please let us know in the comments section below what you have created with First Impressions molds, or what you'd like to see more of in the future. Until our next tutorial, thanks so much for making your first impressions with us.